YNW Melly was finally granted the wish that his mother has been praying for. Bryson Paul would go on to tweet, YNW Melly has been transferred from Broward County Jail to Paul Rain Detention Facility in Florida. Now he awaits his retrial to resume, according to the Broward Sheriff's records. Now this is a lot deeper than you might think, and allow me to explain. It all begins with YNW Melly's mother doing a very public recent interview. She ended up exposing the Broward County Jail that YNW Melly has been sitting in for the last 5 years for not allowing Melly to even use a cell phone or even own his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
For the last 5 years, YNW Melly hasn't even been able to hold on to his own mail that his family and even fans have sent to him. Not even that, but he also hasn't even been able to have access to a phone to even call his mother. Now, Melly's mom knew she had to make a move to save her son, so she started a petition to just have law officials look into it. She ended up getting 50,000 signatures to sign off on the petition, but she ended up hearing nothing from law officials, so she would go on to state the following.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
Then just 1 week later, after the public interview, YNW Melly was officially moved county jails. But there is, however, a much deeper meaning to all of this, which comes from a viral comment that shares, I believe the Paul Rain Detention Facility is to house people struggling with mental illness. I really hope Melly is okay. Now this made many believe that YNW Melly was struggling a lot more than we actually know inside of jail, which is similar to Melly's mother during the original trial, where it was so bad for Melly's mom that YNW Melly had to ask if she was okay during a live court session.
Sorry.
This would end up getting reactions from rappers, as Boosie believes that YNW Melly's upcoming sentencing is going to be very heartbreaking for all of his family. He even spoke about Melly's mother and the stress that she's been going through.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
However, things are going to get much worse for Melly in the coming weeks, and allow me to explain. A report first shares, YNW Melly has been incarcerated for 1,870 days despite not being found guilty. His latest court hearing shared his release date. Now, this details everything, and to understand when his release date is, you need to understand that it begins with Danny Polo returning from the original Melly trial to now help out the new lead prosecutor in the upcoming retrial. The two together investigated through YNW Melly's social medias, where they ended up finding a very concerning post.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, the snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Doug, and he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Demons has big B hand signs displayed.
Right, and see with individuals again, I'm assuming that's also the Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
As this could end up revealing that YNW Melly's team, YNW, has street ties connected to YSL, Young Thug's street team. Now, while it doesn't seem like important evidence, it actually is. This came at a very convenient time for the police department, as only 2 days prior, YNW Melly's lawyers submitted paperwork to have YNW Melly released on bond. As it begins with a report of Melly's mother, Jamie King, informed a friend about the trial update and the appeal process via Instagram Live. King shared the appeal process can now take anywhere from 5 months to a year. If you don't understand the court system, here is a very simple way to explain. That YNW Melly Facebook post clip just basically delayed the upcoming Melly retrial now for several months, as they now need to investigate it, which is very convenient as YNW Melly was going to be released on bond until the retrial starts.
Delayed my baby's trial again,
So it finished and now
it was a mistrial.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't give him a bond, which I've never heard of people not getting a bond on a mistrial.
I
have a retrial.
I have, cause my kids' people same happening, no bond. Yeah.
It's like what? And then now it's delayed again because the judge ruled on a bunch of evidence from the first trial that wasn't going to be allowed to be used.
Right. So
the prosecutors appealed the ruling. So now it's gone to the 4th DCA. And that can take anywhere between 5 months and a year.
Yeah,
so you don't like what the judge said because your warrants were illegal.
Very convenient. When YNW Melly has his best chance of release on bond, they find that new evidence out of nowhere. It relates perfectly to what Boosie said about Melly, because when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you. As them finding that evidence out of nowhere kind of makes the entire court case just kind of feel corrupt.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. They could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me God damn.
Yeah.
After a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
This made many believe the Florida Police Department are corrupt and they don't want YNW Melly released, even if it's on house arrest. However, the very concerning part is if that evidence gets submitted for the upcoming retrial, it only adds to the evidence folder against Melly, which all begins with a new piece of evidence from a man named Jay Hood, a close friend of late King Von and someone that lives inside of O-Block, shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von in confidence.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was 2 friends?
He ain't come out and say we got into an argument, and so if when people could say something without saying it, and so he told me once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm you sitting up here the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his 2 friends? And he said them was trying to extort him. And so I'm if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
The concerning part is after this interview went live, no one has actually heard from Jay Hood, and he hasn't even posted to his social medias. Allegedly, King Von shared this secret with people at O-Block one night, as there is a code that people follow when you're a part of a street team, so Jay Hood saying the secret that YNW Melly told Von was something he absolutely was not supposed to do. As when you pair that evidence with the other hard evidence against Melly, this is where everything gets concerning as a new story is formed, such as the evidence from Melly's cell phone, where there's a text message of Melly literally admitting to doing the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, "I did that," and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
As when you pair it to what Sergeant Williams revealed during the original trial, where he stated that there is no way this could have been a drive-by, and the person who committed the crime had to have been sitting in the back left seat, really starts painting the picture of YNW Melly being guilty.
That has some movement in it, which is around site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes.
Which is very concerning because right after, YNW Juvie's mother was then brought to the stand. She would go on to reveal who was sitting where in the vehicle, as she has known all 4 of the YNW boys for over a decade.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the kids in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Positive 21915. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
While all of that evidence does paint a very concerning picture of YNW Melly being guilty, what just happened a couple weeks ago makes everything worse, as YNW Melly and YNW Bortland were just hit with new charges.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demons. He's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new juror.
As these new charges were all connected to YNW Bortland's massive mistake, it would be announced that Bortland was arrested for witness tampering, as while his house was being raided by the feds, they found insane paperwork against Melly and Bortland.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
Then it would be announced by Rice and Paul. Here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of Bortland's home last week, alongside these photos here of Bortland drawing on a piece of paper where certain jurors were sitting during the original Melly trial and even what they looked like. To understand how serious of a crime this truly is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.